Here she comes.
Yeah. The rope's just been dropped. Yeah, she's going to repel in.
Again, 1,200.
Yeah. What's it do with your arms?
I can't do it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Tell us. See that bird? It's just gliding around.
In the wrong way.
Oh, you look beautiful. Would you please be upstanding for our bride?
Can't see now.
Oh, that's the whole idea. You're eager to give her away, aren't you? Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. My name is Melanie Curran. It's an honour and it's a privilege to be here this evening to join Luke and Stacey in marriage. Who gives Stacey to be married?
I do.
Give her a kiss there. Say goodbye. Do you want us to straighten your dress out and do that? No, you do that. It was nice of you to be a little bit late. I've gotten to know all your guests. Here we are. Today, Sunday the 1st of March 2015, it's a day that's been set aside to celebrate Luke and Stacey's love and to honour the commitment that they're making to each other. And on behalf of Stacey and Luke, I'd like to thank you for joining them here at this stunning location on this special day. And what a magnificent setting it is here at Waiheke Island at Mud Brick. Now, dating back thousands of years, it is said that grapes symbolise charity, abundance, fertility, prosperity, and wine by extension is said to represent faith. So it seems very appropriate that you should be married surrounded by the beautiful vineyards and all that they represent. Let's hope that that's a lovely symbolic way to start off your marriage. A wedding is a fabulous excuse to have a gathering of those nearest and dearest, and it's a glorious reason for friends and family to come together from around the world. And I know that many of you have travelled to be here today. We have guests with us from across the ditch in Australia. We have special thanks to those of you who've come from further afield, in fact as far away as the UK, Luke's family all the way from Lincolnshire, so thank you. You've all really gone over and above the call of duty, and I would suggest that that's testament to how you feel about this beautiful couple in front of us. Luke and Stacey are thinking today of their friends and family members, especially their grandparents, who, due to the tyranny of distance, were unable to be here this evening. I'm sure that they'll be thinking of you both and sending you their love and eagerly awaiting photos from today's celebrations. We'd also like to remember and honour the memory of Stacey and Luke's grandparents who have sadly passed. They were much loved and really important members of the family, and they are greatly missed, and I'm sure that they'd be so proud of you both every day. Now, the fact that we're here to witness the joining of Stacey and Luke in marriage really is a reflection of three things. Firstly, today's a celebration. Today we share in our joy at their decision to marry. Secondly, the fact that we're all here indicates the belief that we have in this union and the hope that we have for their future. And the third thing that we acknowledge today is the joining of two families. Two families from different parts of the world are now being joined as one. So Stacey and Luke, after all the years and all the ups and downs that life has thrown, all the heartaches and the joys, the triumphs and the disappointments, it's important to have a definite point in time together with those who you love and those who love you. A day set aside to stop, to stand still, a day set aside to acknowledge and celebrate the years that have passed and the love that you share. A time to celebrate all the hard work that it's taken to get this far. And this day, this very point in time, is also a platform from which to look ahead to your future together. It's a day filled with hope and expectation, just as we have hope and expectation of all good things for your marriage. This is the day you set out as husband and wife. Now, we live in a modern world where people are free to construct the lifestyles and the family units that they so wish. And thankfully, these days, we're not judged by whether or not we're married. But from this point of view, it makes Luke and Stacey's decision to become husband and wife just that much more special. It can also make finding the right time to wed more difficult because there's bills to pay and life is busy, and it would be easy to keep pushing that wedding date further and further out. Now, marriage is a legal ceremony that formalises the decision of two people to live as a married couple. Inside of marriage, you've made a commitment and you simply can't walk away when things get difficult or don't go your way. You'll stand here today in front of your family and your friends and you'll promise each other forever and all that forever entails. Marriage states that you're in this for the long haul, that you're each accountable for your marriage and the way that you choose to nurture your relationship. And the way that you choose to nurture your relationship and indeed each other will be reflected back to you in the success of your marriage, in your happiness and contentment inside of this union. In a well-tended marriage, the love and affection that you share will intensify immeasurably as each of you allows room for the other to grow in the safety and protection of the vows that you're making today, inside the security of your marriage. I'd like to invite Emily, please, and welcome to New Zealand, Emily. It's your first ever time to New Zealand, and she's going to share a reading with us.
I'm very happy to be here today, and I wish you both a joy. This is a reading that they're both wishing to do.
Loud as you can, Emily.
This is a reading that they're both wishing to do. What is real? Asked the man when they were lying side by side near the nursery table before Nana came to tidy the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and stick out handle? Real isn't how you are made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens inside you when a child loves you for a long, long time. Not just to play with, but really loves you. Then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't all happen at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you lose all the joints and it's very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly except to people who don't understand.
Well done. Take each other's hands. This is the I do part. Stacey and Luke, we honour your decision to marry and we stand beside you today in support of the promises that you're about to make. Do you, Stacey Diane Tolhook, in the presence of your family and friends, take Luke Aaron Graves to be your lawful wedded husband, to love, respect and stand by him forever?
I do.
And do you, Luke Aaron Graves, in the presence of your family and friends, take Stacey Diane Tolhook to be your lawful wedded wife, to love, respect and stand by her forever?
I do.
Luke, you are and will always be the love of my life, and I wish for nothing more than to spend the rest of my life with you. I, Stacey Diane Tolhook, take you, Luke Aaron Graves, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. I promise I will love and honour you till death us do part.
Stacey, on top of all the other vows I make to you today, I vow to always appreciate how lucky I am to have someone who makes me feel the way I do, and to continue to try as hard as I can to make you feel special as you make me feel special. I, Luke Aaron Graves, take you, Stacey Diane Tolhook, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. I promise I will love and honour you till death do us part.
I'd like to invite Michael and Karen and Andrew and Jackie please to come forward once they've composed themselves. And I believe you have the rings, good sir. This one, that means each of the other's parents are holding the rings for a little blessing. Now, wrong way round. But they've been blessed both ways now. Covered all bases, haven't we? Now, one of the beautiful unintended consequences of this marriage is that not only are Stacey and Luke joining their lives as one, but today their families also become one. And Michael and Karen and Andrew and Jackie, it means the world to Stacey and Luke to have you, their parents, stand alongside them on this precious day. I know that it's just so important. They couldn't imagine this day without you. Thank you for loving and supporting these two, not only in the lead up to this day, but also as they set out together in married life. Blessed are the man and the woman who have grown beyond themselves and have seen through their separations. They delight in the way things are and they keep their hearts open, day and night. They are like trees planted near flowing rivers which bear fruit when they are ready. Their leaves will not wither. Everything they do will succeed. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of love. So may it be for you, Luke and Stacey. So if you'd like to pass the rings, each to the... Thank you. Thank you. You may sit down. Thank you. Then we want to next for you. And as you do
This ring I give you as a token of my love and devotion to you. I pledge to you all that I am and all that I will ever be as your wife. With this ring I gladly marry you and join my life to yours.
This ring I give to you as a token of my love and devotion to you. I pledge to you all that I am and all that I will ever be as your husband. With this ring I gladly marry you and join my life to yours.
This is a poem by Shelley. Whose is the love that gleaming through the world wards off the poisonous arrow of its scorn? Whose is the warm and partial praise, virtue's most sweet reward? Beneath whose looks did my reviving soul riper in truth and virtuous daring grow? Whose eyes have I gazed fondly on and loved mankind the more? My love, it is thine, Thou art my purer mind. Thou art the inspiration of my song. Thine are these early wilding flowers, though garlanded by me, then press into thy heart this pledge of love. And know, though time may change and years may roll, each flower gathered in my heart, it consecrates to thine. Stacey and Luke, today you've made your vows to one another, witnessed by your family and friends and surrounded by the people who love you both. You've sealed the vows by the giving and receiving of rings, so now I happily pronounce you husband and wife, and you may kiss your beautiful bride. I think you did very well to wait that long. We'll now please sign the license, and I would like you just to take note of the beautiful pen that we're signing with. It's of special significance because it was given to Stacey by her beloved Nana Joan, who sadly passed away. So I'm sure that, I wonder if she could have known when she was buying that pen that, you know, it would be for you for this special day. What a blessing. Yeah. So I'd like to ask please Karen and Jackie, the mums, to come forward and sign the license. Oh, straight over to chat up the bridesmaid, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's perfect. Okay, so just before we finish up, I couldn't have let it slip by that we not have a reading from Alfred, Lord Tennyson, as he was born in Lincolnshire. Did you even know that, you people from Lincolnshire?
Of course we did.
Light so low upon earth, you send a flash to the sun. Here is the golden close of love, all my wooing is done. Oh, the woods and the meadows, woods where we hid from the wet, stiles where we stayed to be kind, meadows in which we met. Light so low in the vale, you flash and lighten afar. For this is the golden morning of love, and you are his morning star. Flash, I am coming, I come, by meadow and stile and wood. Oh, lighten into my eyes and my heart and my blood. Heart, are you great enough for a love that never tires? Oh, heart, are you great enough for love? I've heard of thorns and briars. Over the meadows and stiles, over the world till the end, flash for 1,000,000 miles. Now, I'd like to leave you with a blessing I've chosen for you two, and it goes like this. First of all, before I do that, has everyone got a glass of champagne in their hands?
Yes.
Good. Okay, fabulous. Now, this is my wish for you both, and I'm sure that it's the wish of every single person here today. May you have comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow your clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunsets to warm your hearts, hugs when spirits sag, beauty for your eyes to see, friendships to brighten your being, and faith so you can believe. Confidence when you doubt, courage to know yourself, and patience to accept the truth, and love to complete your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to our beautiful bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Graves.
Hey.
Come on.